November 4th, there we have the 3,742
It's for the musical.
to go for the musical. So is that for the sound equipment and lighting stuff that we use? Is that what that
It's
is?
hard to tell from the transfers, because the transfers is just a lump of money
Right.
that isn't necessarily
Yeah, describe.
dedicated to something
Yeah,
specific. I mean, it's in and out. It's within the same
Yeah.
account.
Yes, it's just the object code is,
mhm,
it was
Okay.
allocated to that original one, and
right, okay,
so.
okay, just curious.
I just want to double back to our expenses. Dr. O'Connell, I did notice something in there for the, this building, for the generator. Looks
Yes.
like we sent them something, they're gonna start working
Yes.
on a proposal or. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, great.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's still moving through. Chris, I think, have they gone out to,
No, not out
No.
to bid yet. They're working
I
on
have
it.
not gone
Okay.
out to bid yet. Okay.
yes, yeah.
Well, at least we're,
I
We're
know.
working
Trying to
through the
get some
language.
traction.
Let's
Yeah.
keep all
We're
our
working through the
power.
front end language
Yeah, the
and
verbiage
on
there.
the bid specification.
Okay, okay.
But we're still renting the one.
Yes.
We have
Sits
to
out
until
there.
it's replaced, yeah.
Okay, those are
Thanks.
all the questions I had for expenses. Anyone else? Thank you.
Okay, then we look at our prior month comparison. Expenses are up a little bit, that's to be expected. In terms of percentage of budget spent, we actually compare pretty favorably to every year except for 24-25. Are there any questions?
Auditors have been here.
Auditors were here, they kept us busy.
Good for you.
They were here for 4 days,
3,
3 days.
they decided not to come out the 4th day, but they did some work from their office, so, yeah, things are moving pretty
So we'll
quickly,
have a
and,
report by the
yeah.
end of the year.
I hope so. They've said they'll be done in December.
Okay.
Good.
All right, 26-27 budget development. I want to give you a rundown on where we're at with the submissions. Durham, Nockamixon is in good order. Springfield in good order. Tinicum in good order. Middle school in good order. High school in good order. Student services in good order. Curriculum in good order. Charter schools we're still working on. Athletics in good order. By good order, I mean like somebody went through and filled it out correctly. It's not a judgment call on the amount that they're asking for. Debt service in good order, buildings and grounds in good order, administration in good order, warehouse in good order, technology in good order, community relations and strategic plan in good order. Equipment, we still have some internal work to do on the submissions. Transportation is almost done. There's one line item we need, Colleen and I need to take a look at more carefully. Health services is in good order. District-wide elementary is in good order. Cyber school still needs completed. Capital projects is still a work in progress, and contingencies I haven't finished. That's where we're at. We'll have a presentation, we'll have a PowerPoint for you on December 1st.
December.
1st, I believe, is our next meeting. It's an evening meeting.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. Are there any questions?
When you say everything's in order, you're taking last year's numbers and verified them, or you're not doing?
We gave everybody a spreadsheet that had last year's numbers, this year's budget, to give them a tool to base their submissions on.
Are you just getting 1 year back?
Just 1 year back. Then our next item is the state budget review. The numbers coming from the House Committee may not be final numbers.
Yeah, they may not be 100%, but they're gonna be close. Those came out like as soon as the budget passed to get something out quickly, but I'm not confident that it is 100% accurate, but it'll be close, so.
So in terms of basic ed funding, we're up 18,000. Special education funding up 6,000. Ready to Learn grant, we got the basic increase of 50,000. Estimated savings from the charter school language would be significant. That's 113,000, but we lose the cyber charter school transition payment. So we're net negative on charter schools. And then we have, so grand total about $60,000.
All right, you're gonna have to explain that negative a little bit to me.
We're losing more from the charter school transition payment going away than we're gaining from the new language on charter schools.
What is the new language? We're still using the formula?
It changes the PDE 363, which is the formula to derive charter school tuition rates. The biggest change in the formula is you get to back out the costs of charter schools.
So that form is used there's always arguments as to why we're including like our school nurses in that formula when, a cyber charter student who is ill at home will be cared for, those types of things, or field maintenance, or those types of expenditures that we have that we argue cyber charters do not have that same type of expenditure because they're not a brick and mortar organization. So
what was the transition?
The transition payment was $128,000. The estimated savings from the new language is $113,000.
So I guess I'm a little clear. Why did we get a transition? What is the transition for? Transition payment?
Oh, it was written into last year's state budget.
So it was just an amount that we got because we had students?
Yes.
correct.
Yep.
Can I speak on charter school for
Sure.
a second? So there were two things that came out of this legislation, which I am really excited about. One of them is residency rules for cyber charter families. As you know, for the past 2 years, we've been working really hard to make sure that any student that is attending Palisades School District, whether it's one of our students that attend here or brick and mortar or cyber charter, actually do reside in the district. So there's new legislation in school code which requires the cyber charter school to provide information that we've been seeking for 2 years.
You mean they actually have to give out information?
They do, and they need to check residency, I believe, and we have a webinar at 12 too, but they need to provide proof of that every 6 months. So previously, you're in, no matter where you may move at that point. So that's exciting. This is an area that from an advocacy perspective, our district has certainly been working towards. So Craig Statz was able to reach out to me like it's, exciting that we have this in there, and I really appreciate all their work on making that happen. Another one that I'm excited about is their truancy rules. So this will prevent, and I'll have more information, but this will prevent a student who has truancy issues in their local school district from automatically going to a cyber school and then flipping to another cyber school. So the argument again is we're missing a whole generation of students that have an ability to move like this due to truancy issues. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out too. There are also requirements, which I'm really happy about, for wellness checks. So cyber charters need to put eyes on kids now, which
Once a week.
seems that why, of course, but that was not the case. So a student could be in a cyber charter school without having anyone put eyes on them and make sure that everything seems okay.
And how is that done? It's all
You
done?
need to have your camera on.
Yeah, got it,
We need to see you.
got it, okay.
Yeah,
As opposed to blocking it, keeping it
correct.
off, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. So more to come on that, but I certainly will send a thank you to our legislators that have supported those areas that we've been working on from an advocacy perspective for quite some time.
Now, if you could just remind me, in the past, if we had a cyber student
Yep.
at the school there, and for whatever reason they disenrolled, it was forever or a period of time before we could stop paying the school?
Yeah. So
Refresh my memory.
yeah, as soon as
thank
we
you.
find that a student is no longer a resident of the district, they move, there's reason to believe they're not actually living here, they're living someplace else, even out of state.
Right.
We'll contest that with the charter school to say they're no longer our residents. That's an arduous process.
Right.
Oftentimes they need to go for our basic ed before we can appeal that. So it seemed a little backward. It doesn't, I'm gonna have to see how the residency piece factors into that. There are some more rules as far as once you find, like, once the school district notifies you that there's a concern that the student is not a resident, there's now some sort of guide rails in there to help that process, which should help us out.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that was a sticking point
It
before.
absolutely was.
Okay, and thank you for refreshing my memory
Yeah.
how that process worked, but I know it was arduous and dragged out and took forever. for us to get
Difficult. It
bumped
was
right
very
now.
difficult. Yeah.
Purposely, it seems like, but thank you.
All right, then we have our charter school update for the month. We're down to 53 kids. That's a net change of 3. The budget is running trended to year end would be running a slight surplus of $89,000. So we're still good with the budget for charter schools. Then we have our right to know report. Let me pull this up. We got some interesting right to know requests from a law firm looking for asbestos records. We of course have no idea what their purpose is in looking for said records. But we fulfilled the request with the records. And then we had a follow-up from a parent and the monthly tax collector bills, which these services that do verifications outside the tax collector system ask for monthly. So I wouldn't call it a heavy month.
You were able to do all this without involving the lawyers this time?
On the parent request, we needed to involve the lawyers. I don't have the final number for what the cost of that was. But we did involve the lawyer. The other ones we did not.
And so if I look at entries here, 16 through 20, that's the Bill Ryan O'Brien firm.
Right, and we printed the report before I typed in the descriptions, but it's all asbestos related.
Asbestos related?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Interesting.
Then we have the economic update. Revenues are slightly ahead of last year's pace, not by a tremendous amount, but they are. $81 million higher October to October.
Talk about the tax and the IT, right?
The personal income tax.
Which is on the financial reports, but it's not in here.
This is a state number.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Support of anything else you'd like to talk about today?
Going once, going twice? Oh, man.
And
Let's
we
set this as a record.
don't have any members of the public with us, so there's no public comment. Our next meeting is scheduled for December 1st at 6 p.m., which I'm looking forward to.
So first we have reorganization after.
Your presentations first, and then we do board reorganization, and that's the meeting. So there's, yeah. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
meeting adjourned. Thank you very much. Great. My goodness, this is great.